been informed that they are being taken to see the king. As you enter the castle... Oh, also, are you in Roll20?
I don't have the app on my phone.
Alright, just checking. Then you are going to want...
Here, I'll just...
No, it's good. Just while I talk, read this. That is the country you're in. The more important one being the stuff, because that's in the capital. That's the Magic College.
I'm just gonna get the app because like leaning into your screen is gonna hurt me.
All right. Well, the collective group has, in one way or another, been informed that they're going to see the king. And so, through some of you a bit more persuasive methods, have been acquired by guards and brought to the king's castle. As you approach the castle, it is a massive stone building that, while very modest, you get the sense that while a lot of castles, some of you have seen more than others, are somewhat for display, this is also a fortress. There are... While I'm trying to do multiple things.
Quick question, Apex.
Walls, towers,
Yes.
parapets.
Compared to the architecture back at my home, is this any similar to it or no?
No.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Ave, you are in here, correct? I know you're in my game. Are you?
Yes, I am here.
All right, cool.
I'm actually here.
Because this is also a reference to you, because you and Austin are from the same place.
Oh no.
The Elvish architecture is very beautiful, and it incorporates a lot of the more natural elements. Not in the sense of they make fortresses out of trees, but some of the towers are allowed to grow ivy and other more natural, the glass is made stained green, or during the fall they changed it out with reds and yellows. A lot of their architecture is meant to be elvish glass and just beauty. This is fucking pure stone. This is not ugly, because again, it's modesty. But you can see that if you were to launch a catapult at an elvish wall, it would probably last 3-4 hits before it started crumbling. This thing looks like it'd probably take 8 or 9. It's not the metals of dwarven fortresses, but it's built hardy. There's very obvious... oh god, I just saw my entire player page jump up when Moo joined. I need to shrink the...
So, King Stone likes a stone, huh?
King Stone likes utility. He doesn't give half of a damn about if it's pretty. He wants it to work.
Okay, I was just curious about how different this is for my character to see.
Yes.
Okay. On one other note, before we continue, Apex, on our way here, I would have cast Prestidigitation to make sure my clothes are as clean as they can be.
Yes, that was part of you bathing and whatnot. Anyway, as you make your way into this literal fortress, you can see that along the walls there's catapults, ballistas. This place looks like it's ready for a war at the drop of a hat.
Oof.
You sneeze wrong and you could probably get an arrow in your throat. But at the same time, this isn't high alert. The guards all look relaxed. They're sitting up on the walls talking. This is just how this place is. This is a Holy Knights empire, and they will be damned if they aren't prepared.
Oh
I
wait,
will put down the professionalism of these soldiers.
Yes.
This is a holy night place?
Yes.
I
the
must be.
Kelbini-
Go on.
The Kelbinese Empire, since, only one of you actually asked. Oh god, Roll20, what are you doing? There we go. Roll20 wasn't happy with me having to reload my page. The Kelbinese Empire, as I grab my religion map, worships the Church of Tyr under Tyr the Stalwart. It is a very Christianic style of religion where there's a lot of stone statues of angels and other modest yet architecturally beautiful pieces. But again, a lot of it's just that. It's modest. It's none of the statues are made of gold. None of the statues are inlaid with gems or rubies. It's all just like the Greek marble carvings. It's craftsmanship designed to look realistic, but still convey art. It's not meant to be flashy or drawn out. Even the depictions of Tyr himself are very human-like. They're a man carved. Yes, he's very handsome, but he still appears to be a man with a big-ass sword, but a man nonetheless.
So it's effectively a middle
What
ground.
kind of sword are we talking about?
Hmm?
It's a middle ground
Sword or
between like how the
sword?
Catholics have statues and the
Sword.
Protestants have a very bland sort of church.
I'm upset.
Quick,
Middle ground.
Stop.
quick question. On the view on tieflings here, is it? How is it? How's the view on tieflings here?
Well, you haven't done anything wrong, have you?
No, I have not.
Then people don't really care. There's not many tieflings. You've definitely seen more than the elvish lands, but there are wary individuals, and some do very clearly make holy signs towards you, not in a sense of fear, but more so just pity. You're more pitied here than you are scary.
Okay, I was just curious.
Imagine this. Even if you were a demon, you were in the middle of one of the holiest
going on,
lands
everyone?
to these
Welcome
people.
back.
At the drop of a rain, you would be blessed by holy water and probably burst into flames. Yes, they believe it rains holy water here, and it has not been disproven whether or not it does or doesn't. So you kind of get the gist of they aren't fearful of evil, as if it can survive here, it is allowed by Tyr himself. But as you all make your way into the castle itself, you see royal guards. They're lined along the entranceway. The architecture is very grand, yet again, it's all the stones, marbles. Inside, there is a bit more of a grandiose style. It like a church is murals and paintings across the walls and ceilings, but still none of it's flashy.
The reaction of this
It all retains a sense of acknowledgement that even the royals who stay here are still just mortals who pale in comparison to the great beings above. Is there anything you all wish to do or see as you enter the castle?
So you said people been pointing holy symbols at me, right? Can I get a small description of what the holy symbol looks like for later use?
For
Like-
the most part, they are hammers.
Hammers?
Yes.
Okay.
They can be made of anything from small glass hammers are popular as they're light. Small, just iron hammers. In general, it's more of a craftsman style hammer than a war hammer.
Okay. Sorry, just curious.
That's fine. It is important. Specific, I have no idea what you're messaging me, but I see literally only the whisper you sent me.
Paige has asked, how do people react to Ree?
I was not referring to Paige. I was referring to Pacific, who messaged me something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. I do in fact read my chats, but just informing Pacific that if he sent me something, he has only actually been able to deliver the whisper he's. But Paige, you are a bird. There is no particular stigma towards you. Those who you speak to probably get annoyed at you very quickly for your personality. But the more important thing to you is the way you grew up. You are looked as what you are. You are a bird person, yes, but you are also a poor person. They have some that look at you and toss you a few coins. You also have those who look at you and sneer because you are, well, an urchin.
I know I can talk. But
What race are you?
human. I just want the eyes and stuff.
You literally look like a human. No one treats you any differently because most of them don't know what the fuck you are.
Oh, can you also give me access to the character sheet?
Ah.
So that I can.
Yeah.
The
All right.
character who-
So, any questions, concerns, or are we ready to continue into the king's chambers?
I am ready to continue.
Ready to continue.
You are. Actually, I'm curious because I'm not sure if you described it earlier and I just didn't hear it. But what is the specific armor that the guards are wearing for the most part?
And most of the standard guards are wearing half plate.
Mm-hmm.
It is mostly made of steel, where the actual I can't remember what the cloth part of that is called, but the
Gambithin.
yes, thank you, Lucas. The gambeson is a white and blue, which is the kingdom's colors, and it is all very nicely done. The armor is all well taken care of, and unlike most city guards, which you would find in other empires, none of it's piecemealed together. All of it looks militarized, and as you enter upon the royal kingdoms, not the royal kingdoms, the royal castle,
Mhm.
you see most of the armor go up to full plate inside for the royal guards themselves.
So, quick
Okay.
question: is it over or under the armor?
Over.
It's probably a tabard then, because
Thank
that's
you.
what you see with like D&D clerics. That's what they typically wear over their armor. That's a tabard.
Yes.
Yeah,
As a good reference, the second picture I sent to the Dice Tossers chat, that man, the like drapery around his legs, just the cloth in general, is white and blue.
Okay.
Yeah. But along their
And before
armor
that's the
is
king.
the same. Hmm?
No, I thought I was just making a joke. Go ahead.
No. The tiefling there is someone else.
Oh no, I was making a joke about that second photo.
Well,
The
there's
god.
the teeth. Hush, Lucas.
Look, anybody that look, the religious symbols on the sword.
Yeah, that's fair. That is the depiction of Tyr.
Okay, I was
But
actually making a joke that that's the king.
No,
no, that is
Just a
not.
fucking
it's a bit
paladin
higher up.
a little bit, yeah.
Just slightly. The king's viewed as a demigod, but that's neither here
That's
nor
a
there.
that's a religious thing.
Yep.
He's the pope.
All right, if nobody else has any questions, I'm ready to go.
All right.
I mean, I'm gonna be walking up fucking sooty and shit.
Yep. The collective group of you are entering at various times. Some of you were grabbed in the morning, some are close to midday, but in general, you are all getting there rather early.
I would probably be combing my beard and hair as I walk up, get as much soot out as I can.
Indeed.
Question: do I notice Lucas Apex?
We will get there,
For reference, Jacob, I am currently wearing my mask.
as you always are.
Yes.
It's all right. Your character descriptions are for you to describe, not me.
Well, I'm basically wearing what's in my token.
Again, I'll get to it.
I meant to mute myself. I apologize.
Why would you say something if you meant to mute yourself?
Because talking to yourself.
Meh.
We all
Anywho.
do it.
Making a point. So, you all are going to eventually collectively gather in the centralized throne room. The room is larger than most of the areas in the castle, as obviously a throne room is secondary, designed for banquets and other parties. Upon entering, you would notice the stone walls are surrounded with a lot more statues of what you can only gather to be previous kings, as all of them are wearing a single crown, but it's different people. There's been queens, all very similarly dressed. They all wear the same style of armor. It almost looks like someone took the body of a single man, chopped off the head, and put various other figures on top of it. And then the women are a bit more detailed in their shapes, with some being a bit thicker, some being a bit bustier, some thin as a rail. But it appears that the throne room has been designed so that the previous 5,000 years worth of notable kings and queens have been immortalized upon this room. And through it, not even the entirety of the circle has been fulfilled. It is a large enough room that they are still working on completing the elaborate memorial. The floor itself has a long blue carpet that goes from the entrance up towards the king's throne itself, leaving you a lovely trail to walk across. Upon looking up towards the ceiling, you would be graced with a lovely heavenly light as the sun trickles in through what you can only assume to be a stained glass, but the glass is stained with a whitish clear that only filters the light enough to keep it from being blazing. It is a tempered but still pure light. Sitting upon the throne is King Stone. Otherwise, his queen is sitting just to his side. There is a third throne that is currently empty. And surrounding the entire area is quite a few guards. When I say a few, we're talking 12 to 13 that you can see. As you all enter, you will be informed that the excuse me, I'm dealing with hiccups for some reason. You will be informed that the king will be addressing everyone, and within, again, about 10-20 minutes, everyone will be gathered. So the group may introduce themselves, starting from Lucas. We'll then move to Pacific, Austin, Offie, Princess, and finally Snow.
All right. I'm surprised somebody else went with the hexagon for the token.
That would
But
be Pacific.
We were both going for completely new things, and then we both came out with the same thing. I love it.
At least you picked different colors.
Yep. So I guarantee you I look older than I am based on how much traveling I've done.
Mm-hmm.
My age is 20. I probably look somewhere closer to 25, 26.
We have determined you look to be about 32 to 35. You've most certainly got some age in you from that desert sun crossing across that massive distance that you have traveled.
Yep, and definitely gray hairs. So it's a bit more like a salt and pepper sort of beard, but the hair on my head has mostly remained untouched with its light brown color. I do have hazel eyes that sit on my fairly weathered face. My skin looking almost like leather because of especially my hands, because I work with my hands. Tan skin, although fairly tall for a human, sitting at 6'2", so might not be the tallest person in the room, is probably one of the taller humans. And evidently he's not particularly muscular in any form, and he tends to sit with an air of false confidence. But it's that sense of false confidence that you know he knows is fake. It's not some false bravado that he's trying to push on others. It's like, no, I know I'm bullshitting, but that's just so I don't look like an idiot.
And before we continue, who has the level 20 Grave Domain Cleric?
That's me.
Alright, I'm just realizing that I never switched those from all players to the individual players, and I wish to do
you
that
didn't.
now.
That's
Mine
me.
is Elwyn.
I haven't picked
That's
myself
fine.
just yet.
You know all of them.
Yeah, I know. It's just I haven't picked which ones are prepared.
Again, not important. I'm just going through and doing my job and realizing, oh wait, I didn't do a thing that I thought I already did. Alright. So, Lucas, you may either continue or pass on to Pacific if you are done.
Just the one thing that people are going to especially take notice is most of you are probably clean. He definitely just came from work. So he has like the soot of what you would expect a coal fire to be, because wood fires aren't exactly good for melting glass. Well, melting sand into glass, I should say.
Is Lucas cutting out for you too, or is it
But
just me?
yep, that's me.
Is Lucas cutting out for you too, or is it just me?
Just you.
So it's my just.
Alright, Pacific.
I mean, I'm pretty much exactly what my token shows, minus the magic bits, but that's because I'm not casting spells. That'd be stupid to cast spells while you're literally sitting there waiting for an audience with the king.
Come on, I put forth the effort. Why don't you fuckers give it a shot?
I was actually planning to.
Yeah, me too.
God.
Goddamn, Pacific, looks like you fired low end this time.
He just doesn't have any respect for my games, I understand. He'll
Lucas,
learn.
I will kick you in the dick.
Anyway, you may continue.
Just so you know,
Continuing is also quite literally passing the baton on to Austin at any point.
yeah.
I say continue, that just means it is your floor until you pass it.
Honestly, the only reason I'm not even trying to explain right now is because I've been sitting with a headache that I've had for the last 3 weeks.
Right.
And nothing I do is getting rid of it, so I'm just gonna pass this on to Austin real quick.
So I noticed Lucas is dirty first off, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Since we are meeting with someone so high up, as I tune my violin and do a few notes, because I want to make sure it's tuned, I would like to cast Prestidigitation on Lucas, cleaning him up for him.
It's cutting off every other word.
Basically, I would like to clean Lucas basically with Prestidigitation.
I've basically now just been notified that we do have magic casters.
Yep.
As I do that, I make with prestidigitation. I make a small little pink heart in the air, letting him know that it was me. As I will dispel it immediately because I don't want anyone to get angry at me. I am a tiefling. I am completely pink. I have red hair. I have two massive horns in my forehead, and the only other notable thing, other than me wearing armor, I also have a nice pink skirt,
I just
and
want to point out.
I have
Go ahead.
a violin, and I am currently tuning my violin to make sure it's ready.
Well, before we move on to Authie, just as note, the very clear magic caster who was the only one to do anything, so it's very clear who the magic caster is. Guards don't even seem to shift. They're just continuing to watch as the king observes for the time being.
Just Jacob, I'm gonna roll something real quick for the siblings because I'm actually gonna write down all their names.
Go right ahead.
I didn't. All right.
I don't care if you're doing GM or otherwise, but anywho.
I will pass it on to Offie after that.
Cool. Well, you see a man walk into the room about 6'3" tall, wearing a brown set of clothing with white markings along it. Not really anything signifying stuff. It just looks to be some design on the collar. Literally because it doesn't mean anything. You notice the skin around his neck and arms is a bit ashy white. A little bit darker because he does wander. He does seem to be a traveler. But the thing that sticks out the most is his very long white hair and this black and gold ornate mask that is just hiding his face for the time being. As he does enter the room and see the king, he does remove the mask. As you see this more aged looking fellow, as he is 27 years of age. Same very white beard, short gray eyes, and just this very stern, cold look on his face as he just walks to the side of the room and waits to be addressed. And I will pass it on to Paige.
Miss Ree.
Misery can also be pronounced misery.
Yes, that is the point, because they are misery.
Misery for us.
They are typing. Fantastic. While they do that, have you prepared your introduction?
Just type it out. Yeah.
Alright, well, you can start typing if you wish. Give you some time. That way, when she gets done, you can just hit send. The Moo is preparing his description. And while there we go. Ree, a walking crow in a rogue-like outfit playing with a handkerchief by folding it into various shapes. Origami. So, yes, quite literally the small bird person that you see. And you will get the final one here shortly, so I will go ahead and describe the king. The man who has called you all here today is sitting upon his throne. He is fucking massive. I don't mean fat, but he is massive.
He's a big boy.
To the point when he stands up to address you, he is 13 and a half feet tall. He appears completely human, aside from his rather unhuman size. Wearing the same armor as the guards that guard him, aside from the small difference of he is the only one wearing golden armor. Though from its appearance, it appears to be plated gold, not pure gold, as no one would be stupid enough to do that, despite the fact that he probably has enough strength to actually lift it. But his armor is very nice, very well done. He's only wearing half plate, as the rest of his clothing is much more royal. He has a old face, not to the point of looking like some wise Merlin-like figure, but it's a very strong, chiseled jaw with a grayish white beard that's very neatly trimmed, almost to the point of being more just after 5 o'clock shadow when you haven't shaved for 3 or 4 days. It's more so just there, but it's not groomed and well taken care of. The hair on top of his head is, again, the same salt, pepper, gray, black that's slicked back and pulled into a ponytail draped down the back. As he looks at you, his eyes, a very brilliant green color, seem to glance over each one of you individually, assessing you with a warm but stern expression that is a man who has seen many wars and many other trying times, yet still wishes to portray a sympathetic gentleman, a kind hearted warrior. Greetings. You may all be wondering why I have brought you here. I know it makes very little sense. Some of you have been picked up off the streets, others out of their homes, but all of you have something in common. Something that I cannot quite explain just yet, but it is your fate that has brought you here today. I hope that all of you will forgive my short notice upon bringing you, but I will make sure that you are taken care of. It is the will of Tyr himself that has summoned you to me, and I intend on bringing you to your destiny. As this man speaks, it is a deeper voice, but coming from this man, it's rating in the room. It's a throaty bellow that you can recognize it's just because he's so goddamn big in a completely empty room, but it carries and echoes as if someone was perhaps using thaumaturgy to bounce his voice across this fucking room and make sure he's heard at crystal clear pitch. I mean, you knew what you were.
Yeah.
As this man stands to speak, the various important figures that brought you, Lucas, the very important looking paladin, Pacific, the guard captain that grabbed you, the various escort guards that had been escorting you, all kneel down. The rest of the guards that are more royal knights, they remain standing and off to the side, but the ones that brought you to here are all bowing in the presence of the divine.
I would like to make a check to see if I know whether I should be bowing the same as them or if I should take it further.
Well, they're not bowing, they're physically kneeling down. It's, again, the more militarized variation, but
Yeah.
I will allow you to make me a 1d20.
Would it be history?
Nope.
This is going to be its own independent check.
1d20 plus 2. Etiquette
Jacob,
checks. Yes.
as a soldier, and this is a king and a godly figure, I would probably understand that if whether or not I should be bowing down at this time. Correct.
This is a different kingdom than where you're from, so
Different
you don't
customs.
fully understand their particular way of doing things. However, you get the sense that as a soldier, if other people are kneeling in front of someone and they're
Yeah.
higher position than you, then you might want to do the same thing they're doing at the very least.
Yeah,
Lucas,
I'm gonna go ahead and kneel.
you know quite well that you should be following the example of the people who are smarter than you.
Yep, then I will follow example.
Kneels.
Caretaker always
Wait, wait,
told
something?
caretaker. The headmistress always taught me to show proper respect, so I will. Kneel.
Okay.
I shall kneel.
Something else that I can pay too much attention.
A bunch of people are kneeling down in front of this man. Do you follow their example, or do you remain
God damn it,
standing?
Jacob!
Lazily bows.
Oh,
The king will remember this.
Kneel.
As I kneel,
He at least got some respect.
From a witcher.
They're not exactly witchers, but they're close enough.
they're blood hunters.
Mm-hmm. Anywho.
I can't believe I called it.
It's a fucking witcher.
They really are just witchers. Anyway.
It's a blood hunter. It's a witcher.
Especially with the way he's fucking dressed. He went
Alright.
full Geralt.
Which one's Geralt, though? I'm curious, Lucas. Because this is going to be real funny.
Which one's Geralt? Like the fucking tokens?
Mm-hmm.
White hair.
This one.
Incorrect. That is Authy, who has
That's
his
me.
picture down at the bottom.
The picture.
Yeah, but Lucas called my
Yeah.
character.
Yeah,
Yes.
then it's like, yes, that picture way up at the top of the screen, and he's like, the white-haired one. You mean the one that Authy already admitted to being his token?
I don't pay
Yes.
attention.
Clearly.
I literally described my character with long white hair.
Anyway, moving along. So we have most of the people bowing, a Kenku who's looking confused as shit, and a Witcher who is bowing instead of kneeling.
Let's be
Fantastic.
honest, nobody thinks the bird should know any better.
Wait, I'm going to recur to the Kenku while lazily bowing, just like force him down to do at least a lazy bow.
All right, we have an attempted force. Kenku, do you accept the fact that there is a armored man attempting to assist you in doing what he thinks you should do?
Waiting for it to turn into one of those fucking like the bird water drinking things.
That was nicer than what I was actually going to
Boink,
do.
boink, boink.
It's nicer than what I was actually going to do.
I mean,
We'll just kick the back of their legs.
I wouldn't recommend that. That's violence in front of a king.
Exactly.
Get stabbed by a lot of guards,
Just
mate. Your level 1 HP pool can't take that many spears.
no.
Uh,
2 and I'm still dead.
Sure. 2.
2 and I'm still dead.
wait, Apex, really quick question. Is there any fire here at all? Like any source of fire?
Yes, they use torches in order to...
Okay, I remember that.
I'm watching
Oh,
you.
God, he's going to do something stupid.
Nope, just need to know what I need to do in case, I'm about to be executed.
Again, I'm watching
They
you,
wouldn't
Austin.
drag you off the street and bring you in front of the king just to execute you unless you do something stupid.
Really
I mean, to
stupid.
be fair, they still might. You don't know how stupid his character is.
I know. That's why I said unless you do something stupid. Austin.
I just want to know. I just want to know my.
Anywho, as you all take various positions and prostrate yourselves, the king will raise a hand, his left one, in a more stop that motion. All of you, please stand. I am not here to royally order you about. I have come more with a request for you than a decree.
Request is just the polite word of saying you're gonna fucking do this, so you're not staying here.
I mean,
It's great that
there are
was already
things even
planned.
a king. There's things even a king fears. Anyway, the guards will all begin standing and not exactly taking relaxed positions, but Lucas, the paladin that came and grabbed you, steps forward and makes his way up to stand behind the king. The guard captain, the brought Pacific here, is stepping more off to the side, not exactly standing next to some of the royal guards, but more so just it's not exactly him who's being spoken to, so he's just shifting off like this isn't my problem. Don't be in the center of attention. And that leaves the, well, 6 of you standing there. Well, kneeling and bowing, and do all of you stand?
I mean, I would have stood up as
Yes.
soon as you said
I
I
would
didn't
have stood
have
up,
to
yes.
kneel. I'd be like, all right, I'm up.
I stand very cautiously.
You cautiously stand.
I actually, I am not trying to hide the fact that I am nervous as hell.
Yeets
Roll a
caution
wisdom
into the
saving
wind.
throw.
Me?
Yep.
Feet.
You.
Uh,
I stand.
why?
I stand cautiously
Because I
because
told
I
you
am
to.
nervous as hell.
6?
Roll wisdom save.
Fantastic. Anyway, now that I have you nice and scared, nothing happens.
I
Welcome
I am
to my
just
game.
I am visibly nervous. Like
I've
I
been
have
here a while. I've been selling shit in his city. I haven't been arrested, so I'm fine.
yes, but I literally like arrived 2 days ago, and I'm talking to the king.
No, the king is talking to you. There's a very important difference.
Okay, my
Very
bad.
big difference. You don't
My
say
bad.
shit unless he asks your opinion.
The lovely giant proceeds to sit back in his chair. And mind you, he is still sitting next to the queen, who has said absolutely nothing. She is of a regular sized human.
What?
And you made noise, so I
I
turned
was
to look.
sniffling.
Again, you made noise, so I turned to look at you like, huh? Headphones, they make things weird when you just hear noise. Alright. As he sits back down in his chair, he speaks up again, the same rumbling voice that just carries through the room. I am sure many of you have questions, but I must and the silence ensues.
I'm just thinking to myself, my life was normal?
I just think
I
to myself, so I'm doing what I've already been doing.
I have
I
a
already know
face.
my life has been far from the fucking norm.
No, my face is one of actual at this point. Cause
Actual what?
I've never thought about being a venturer. I've only thought about being a traveling musician.
Alright,
I did want to go see the world.
Paige,
That's
you have
worse.
basically been told your life as whatever the hell you were before now has just been changed, and you are now an adventurer, whether you like it or not.
Question, Apex. So he hasn't given us any explanation?
Not yet. No one's asked.
I will.
Cool.
With a pure horror on my face, with no disrespect, Your Highness. May I please ask the reason why you've chosen us? I am clearly nervous.
Anyway.
You done the fucked up.
Dun duffa duffa.
Meanwhile, Theresa over here, shrug. Was planning on doing this anyways, so
Yep.
nice to have royal approval.
The king would bow his head slightly. As I said, I'm sure it is very confusing, but all I can tell you is that you're destined for many things. There is a prophecy that has been brought to my attention, and you are all, much to most likely your disgruntledness, the chosen ones.
Oh, pressure.
Okay then.
Chosen
And now
for what?
Theresa looks a little bit more concerned.
Okay. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Let's see. How am I looking at my spells real quick? All these would end very badly for us.
No
Don't
shit.
cast spells here.
Ah, yes, in his lair, please cast the spells against the king.
Yes. Meanwhile, Theresa's just sitting here, just like, now slightly concerned.
Don't worry. I can literally
was planning on doing this
I can
anyways.
fuck you
Shrugs.
up as much
Now
as I want.
concerned.
You probably can't fucking touch me. Stupid shit.
I swear to God, if a fight actually starts, all Theresa's gonna do is back up to a wall and then entangling roots the party and just go like, "Have at them, guards!"
Ah, yes.
I'm not
Uh,
getting involved in that shit.
my character is clearly like at a loss for words. She is like, she wants to know information, but she doesn't want to push. Like she has a clear face that she doesn't, have all the pieces. Doesn't have all
I
the
just
information.
fucking shrugged.
good
It's like,
enough.
well, I got letters to write now, I guess.
My character would like to address the king and say, Your Majesty, what quite do you mean by chosen one?
Alright, so as a few different people speak at once, the masked man asking what chosen one means, the very clear Witcher ripoff asking what fucking prophecy, and a very concerned tiefling basically shitting a full brick.
A gold
It's
brick,
not a
For
full
no
brick.
reason.
Listen. Apex, it's not a full brick. It's a fucking manor of bricks.
Ah, yes, the full pallet.
Ah,
the Great Wall
you're going to
of
be starting a
China of
construction company
shit.
with this one.
The king basically waits for all of the outbursts to die down before probably dropping another lovely bombshell against all these level 1 adventurers who have no fucking clue what they're doing. You are all destined to go kill the Devil King.
And at this, Theresa's gonna say, "Pardon me, Your Majesty, the who?" Asks the orphan who's never even, who up until like 5 years ago or so didn't even know that there was a fucking outside world beyond the walls.
You would know this information because you've traveled.
I'm going to say
Not
something
really,
underneath
no.
I'm going to say something underneath my breath. I'm going to say ironic, actually. I'm going to say that. Oh, God, no one hears me. Oh, God, someone heard me.
Noted.
You're standing right next to us, you dumbass.
I mean, they obviously heard you, but it was the other people who heard him.
Hopes no one hears me, says the person who had stepped forward to ask something prior and never stepped back.
This is true.
Anyway. Princess, all of you.
Everyone's level 1.
Yes. Anyway, to those who have traveled, namely the Masked Man, the Literal Wanderer, the Witcher ripoff.
Can we stop with that?
Never.
Never.
And Lucy, you would have probably heard of this. The Devil King. Quite literally, in any good story, as you should expect from a game quite literally called Copyright Infringement, we're ripping off this cliche.
Yes.
Even that is controlling all of the great evils in the world, the strongest of the strong, is the Devil King.
And
He
I'm
is
going to go have
pretty
sex
much-
with it.
No, you're
I
not.
mean, if you want to go fuck your father, be right ahead.
Oh, God, no! I don't want that trope. Come on, Apex.
Sweet home
It's
Alabama.
too late, Austin. You're the one who brought it up.
Austin, let's be honest, your dad's not that important.
Oh, thank God.
Anyway.
Austin, you're the one who brought it up. Don't even bring that shit.
So, for those who have traveled, a brief description. The Demon King, Devil King, not really important. He is in D&D standards. A devil, as he is actually intelligent and not just about murdering everything, is basically the only thing keeping the rampaging evils from just swarming out. However, on the other hand, since he is in control and guiding it, is way more effective than it would probably normally be. For those who have traveled, none of you have come anywhere near the war zones, as they are pretty much centralized in the islands over here. This lovely continent is currently being destroyed. At least when it pops up.
It's the Lich King all over again.
Oh, the Lich King wishes.
It's the fucking Lich King all over again.
I don't so I don't know how close this actually is.
That's
but
exactly what you. It's exactly what you just described. Lord of the Scourge, and yet if he's destroyed, the Scourge gets worse.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't hear what he's saying, so I can't.
He was referencing the Lich King from WoW.
Yeah, but I couldn't hear what he was talking about.
Lord of the Scourge, but if he dies, the Scourge gets worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Sylvanas is a bitch.
Anyway.
And Sylvanas is a bitch.
Yes, you both agree Sylvanas is a bitch. Anyway. So, you have all been informed that you are the chosen ones, and are taking it rather well, actually.
No. I'm not.
The power of nature is
You are
guiding
taking
me
it
to
averagely.
give a fuck about this later, when I'm not in the presence of a king.
Fair enough. Gonna love
Mental
prophecies.
breakdown at some point in the middle of the night.
Don't worry, Jacob. Eventually, you will have a business goose.
Yes, business goose. I cannot wait for the penguins. Anyway. Ree, are you caught up out of character? I understand you are in character confused as shit, but I want to make sure out of character do fully understand what is going on. Alright, cool. As long as it's only in character, I don't give a shit. Now then. Any particular exclamations you all wish to make? Seeing
Several,
as...
but not in front of the king.
I mean, you are now once again standing in silence as you've been told what prophecy it is that you are being tasked with, and I believe that also answered the question of the masked man.
I'm going to be the most blunt fucker out of all of us, aren't I? Because I don't have tact. I have charisma. I don't have tact. My wisdom and intelligence are negatives. So I'm just gonna look at him. So when do we get our shit and get going?
No.
Well, I would like to say immediately, but let's be completely honest. I have grabbed most of you out of buttfuck nowhere. So if I sent you to go fight a demon king now, you would all die before you made it through his, well, infantry. So, as per the prophecy rules, you guys have at least a few years before we are getting to that. Before you have to go and actually fight him and either, well, save the world or die horribly. Not sure which order that is going to happen, but good luck. As for you,
Payment.
your payment will be the glory of being heroes, and I'm sure all the riches that is in the Demon King's hoard. As well as you have to go train and get strong enough to actually go fight him and not die. So whatever quest you complete, I'm sure you'll get paid for.
Oh, it's not do it or die. It's do it or everyone
Do it or
dies.
die.
It's like, no, you don't understand. It's not do it or you die. It's do it or everyone dies.
As
No pressure.
hold on. How on earth do I say this? Like, how do I say
Just open your
Basically, it's
mouth,
die or
wiggle
die.
your
How to
vocal
say it?
cords.
Probably don't.
No. How do I pronounce this? Is what I'm asking,
Phrase.
Jake. No, how do I pronounce? Yeah, how do I pronounce this, Jacob?
Praise the sun. This is tier. Right. Praise the hammer. Wrong tier. Fuck.
Well,
No, same tier.
same tier.
They're
So
That was-
effectively the
first,
same thing, just different
you
personality.
you open your mouth,
Like,
you wiggle your elvish vocal cords, and
oh
you speak
god,
elvish.
that's a horrible name. What the fuck is that name?
That's elvish.
I would like
Imbril.
uh,
Imbril? Wait, is that
Imbriel
an O or an I?
Victress. I
First, I would-
mispronounced the last one.
Don't try and pronounce it because technically it's supposed to be sing song is fuck. We can't pronounce that shit as humans.
so I'm going to first.
Wait, is that Elvish
Okay,
for
yeah.
what?
Okay.
Oh, what is
Okay.
that Elvish?
My character was given a Okay, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and hopefully I get this fixed soon so I can go to the closest tavern and drink until I forget everything.
You can't drink this shit away. We're
I'm going to
stuck
One word from a
together
king, you'll be
now.
reminded in the morning.
You're stuck with me. Don't worry if you get in a
You're
bar fight.
basically forced to go drink tonight because this is the end of your life and the start of your new one.
To be fair, 2 days ago was the
Well,
start of my new life.
I have my bag packed.
Congratulations,
I
this is the
have a
start of your
hood.
new life.
It's like I have my bag packed. I have a hood for the rain. I'm good to go.
Are we gonna have to track Lucy with us?
Yes.
Nah,
You
because-
forget, I was very specific when I said you don't really have a choice in the matter.
Well,
I wasn't kidding.
well, I'm just gonna.
It was either this or I pull you guys from other worlds, and I really didn't feel like setting up all the other worlds. So fuck you guys. Other standard cliche.
My character. Okay, yeah, no, my character.
Flop.
I'm just gonna stand there until we're allowed to look because I can't say anything that won't get me killed.
I mean, this is a very understanding king. He might only torture you.
Like I said, what I'm about to say will definitely get me killed.
Well,
Well,
That's
Your
on you.
Majesty, I believe I have no further questions.
well, seeing as all of you are taking this far better than I expected, that is most likely the fact that it hasn't truly hit you the weight of the situation that you're in. So for now, you may all be dismissed. Go deal about this sheer mindfuck when it eventually hits you, and I will call upon you when I get your paperwork settled. Because you're all guild members now. Now, toodaloo. And with that, he essentially waves you off.
A grown ass man, 30 feet tall.
A grown ass man.
Okay.
The
I
size
leave.
of a
I
goddamn
leave.
giant.
I
Toodaloo.
leave. I leave as quickly as I can. I leave as quickly as I can to get away from these.
I'm very relaxed.
I'm sorry,
and
to get away
I-
from these people. Shut the fuck up, man. You have just been ordered by both a god and by both a god
going
and
back-
a king. You don't
I'm
get
going-
a choice in the matter.
I'm going back to the tavern, and I'm gonna play my violin to forget. I'm gonna attempt to anyway.
I'm going back to work.
It's that moment
I
when
ca-
he's like, ah, yes, I've forgotten. And then gods literally say, yeah, fuck that noise. You're going to be plagued with nightmares until you go. Go,
No,
fucker.
I just realized
Go,
something.
fucker.
I just realized something. As we're all walking out, I'm just gonna be walking backwards, looking at all of you. If you need any glass, I got you. I'm selling some down in the market right now. If you want to come stop by, I can show you what I got, and maybe you'll be interested. And maybe you could make a request. We'll see.
Wait. Yeah.
I'm
Actually,
surrounded by idiots.
before I leave, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make Lucas spell very nice, so he can attract more customers.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna-
god, Philip, I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm gonna make Lucas smell nice, so he attracts more customers.
I mean, I am literally an idiot. Pacific, I have a 7 in my intelligence.
Oh god, I'm even more right than I
He
thought.
turns around and begins to walk away. Just you know
Pacific, remember, this
mortify
is the
me, I
character I rolled
guess.
utter crap stats.
Wait, Ree just said team name?
Yep.
We don't need a team name. We just need to go.
I play.
At some point, I'm going to have actual plants growing on my armor, and no one's going to question it because we've already been through so much fucking shit. No one gives a damn.
Hey,
Yep.
just don't be selling it off. Just don't be pawning it off to people and getting everyone high.
Yeah, no,
It's not that kind of plant. I need to stay sober, you know.
I just
You know,
remember Chris the turtle.
no,
I just
no.
remember this fucking turtle.
Bomb Laquisha
Not
Lafondria.
Bob Laquisha Lafondria. The turtle.
I am going.
That was the name of a drug selling turtle.
I
Fucking trip.
Moo is looking at me because he can only hear about half of the conversation.
I can only hear your side of things.
Okay, thank you. That's half the conversation. I count for half of the conversation in this game.
That
Yeah,
turtle
no.
produced fucking meth.
Yes, the turtle did in fact produce meth.
I am
Anyway.
not making meth.
Not yet, anyway.
It was
Anywho.
it
No,
was strictly
not
organic
ever.
meth.
So,
No,
calm.
Pacific.
Focus. All of you. It is now time. Lucas, you go back to work.
Yep. And
Roll a 1d100.
in between sales, I'm going to be writing letters to my family members that I now have all the names written down for and their ages.
Fantastic. Roll a 1d100.
32.
You're taking this very well. However, your hands are not.
Well,
You are an artisan, so you know even the smallest motions. Your hands are shaking. You can make it work. You still produce,
Passively.
but you can feel this sense of it might be excitement, it might be absolute horror, it might just be the fact that you have to go take a shit. Who knows? But something in your stomach is done a full flip, and you're realizing, all right, well, looks like I'm back on the road.
My body has figured out what the fuck's going on before my brain did.
Mm-hmm.
meanwhile,
You're too
it's
stupid to
yes,
fully
that's the
understand what's going on, but your body can feel the sense of adventure.
Why are we insulting Lucas?
I have 7 in.
He has a 7 in his intelligence. He is literally stupid.
I'm
Oh
dumber
my
than a farmer.
I gotta be myself. I'm sorry.
And I will insult you when I get to you, man.
Oh no, you can insult me all you want.
I know I can. That's why I'm gonna do it. Anyway,
We live next to one of those, so I can punch you all I want.
this is fair. Specific. I will give you the actual option to inform yourself of how you're going to take this, or you can roll for it. I don't particularly care.
How would she take this? I'm gonna roll for it just because she's kind of been forcing back the reaction for a bit. Oh. I don't know if high is better in this roll. It's
is.
probably worse.
No, it's better. You're all right.
So
I'm waiting for the GM to specify that.
you are kind of broken on this subject. It's one of those things that you're torn between, well, I was kind of already planning on leaving, but holy fuck, I didn't think it would be like this. I'm a level 1 adventurer. I'm supposed to, like, go kill rats and stuff, not demon kings.
I just wanted to see the countryside. I didn't want to go into.
I didn't want to see it in flames.
So, you're kind of having a moment of, oh, well, this is convenient, and oh, fuck. It's somewhere between those.
Yes. It's just like when my powers awaken inside me. Except it's more of a, except it's less, I'm going to end up lighting things on fire around me by accident, and more of, what the absolute fuck?
All right. Austin, you made it clear
Yeah.
you're taking this horribly, so
I
go
am.
ahead and throw that 1d100 in there.
No, I understand. 86. I'm also playing my violin as like I need to make money.
So you're playing your violin, and you're having the opposite reaction to Lucas. Your body's taking this quite well. You're playing your violin, it's very melodic, but you are fucking crying. You are in full mental shutdown and on autopilot as you are crying, horribly sobbing, but you're still producing quality music, and everyone is fucking confused. They don't
The
know
music's-
whether or not you're like doing this on purpose. They don't know if this is some kind of dramatic art piece, but they're giving you a nice wide berth at the moment.
Wait. Am I getting any decent tips from my entertainer?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
The crying kind of is off-putting.
All I need
For
to do
me,
is
I
just
could-
get a hold of myself and go say bye to Mrs. Hart. But by God,
At least
you
I'm not
other
crying.
people's reactions.
He made it clear that he was already taking this badly.
Yeah, no, I understand. My character will take this badly.
Yep. See, Lucas is fine, a little bit shaky because he's excited. Austin is gone off the deep end. Moving along, Authy. Same option
Yep.
I gave Pacific.
Actually, I kind of know how my character would react in this. He's gonna take him a little bit more in stride. Still the grave situation of I have to protect everyone, but as somebody whose whole life was destined around becoming a soldier and protecting people as is, being an adventurer already as he was traveling around, this is something he's more accustomed to. It's just the amount of people he has to protect has become, well, everyone. So that's kind of weighing him down.
Ah, yes, the glorious depression stage of, yes, I am a soldier. It was destined to protect people, but, how
This
am
is
I
too
gonna
many fucking
protect
people.
everyone? Princess?
Ree.
Yes. How does the small Ree take the fact that they are now, well, going to go kill something that is supposed to be strong enough to rival the gods?
Perhaps it's just another contract.
All right. So the small bird is, well, bird brain. They're kind of just like, okay, this is task. I can do this.
Yes, in true Kenko fashion. Yes, task. I do task.
Yes, it is much less weighing on the mind. The capacity isn't fully there. It's just small things, one at a time. I have task. I am now adventurer. Let us go on adventure. We
I
will
get
worry
the-
about the we will worry about the absolute horror that is awaiting us until tomorrow.
We'll wait for the horror. We will wait until the horror rears its fucking head.
Yep. Now, Moo, how is your character taking this? 49.
Don't worry,
All
guys.
right.
I will go mad, and then oh my fucking god, what the hell was all that?
Yes. So for you, you are a monster hunter. You've been deemed that, well, this is something you should be doing. However, there's a difference between hunting monsters that plague the village side and going and killing one of the strongest creatures to exist.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, I am not prepared for this. I am not ready for this.
Okay. It's a monster. Very big monster.
Monster that
Controller of more monsters.
Monster that'll bend you over like you're a small child.
It ain't gonna go well.
It's
Yep.
just a bigger monster and scarier and way fucking stronger. Why did I think this was a good idea?
Anywho, so you are all taking this as you take this, and we still have time for the night. I will probably end it in about 20 minutes, so we will move on to the next day. What is everyone doing after their slight or major meltdowns?
Apex question.
Answer.
Are we using the downtime system where we can work on certain like
You are-
features and stuff?
Yes,
Out of
but you are
curiosity?
currently in the middle of a mental breakdown. Treat this as insanity from Call of Cthulhu. You do not have the mental capabilities to currently use your downtime effectively.
Yeah. You are in a mental breakdown, Mrs. I'm literally shitting out the Great Wall of China level of bricks.
I have the mental capacity, not the physical capacity.
Can I try to calm
I am
myself?
more or less okay.
Can I try to calm
I'm pretty
myself down
more
at
or
all?
less.
That is what all the alcohol's for. All those tips you made yesterday, the like
Straight to booze.
4 copper. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
that's like 2 mugs of alcohol right there.
Nah, he's gotten a few silver. Because they were performing that morning before they went to the king. It's just after the king that things started getting a little fucky. So they've had a few dozen ales,
Well, I still have
or
all
they
my.
might have bought some stronger stuff. Who knows?
Nope.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here. Oh well, I already have all my stuff packed. Might as well just say bye. And
Yeah, I was ready to leave, but
Yeah, leave.
apparently I'm going in a direction.
Yeah, I was going to leave. Turns out my trip's going to be a little bit longer than expected, so I might not be able to come back and visit. And now I have a job while I'm going. So,
I will
yay.
do my basic
I'm
hygiene.
going to die.
Actually, no. Today's one of those days we're probably going to do full bath, full hygiene today. Today's a day where I need to be fucking clean. Today's a day I'm taking off from work and I'm going to buy all the necessary stuff to keep myself clean for a very prolonged period of time. So the money I made from my fucking sales is going to be going into ensuring
Okay.
that I have the necessities for personal hygiene so I don't become diseased or ineffective.
Yes. So
Uh,
you are going to go to a bathhouse. They're very prominent here because, as I stated, this is high fantasy city where things are rather clean compared to what actual medieval settings were like. So yes, bathing. It's
God.
very easy to do. There's public baths, private baths. You don't have baths in your home, but you also don't have toilets. But you know, they're it's a fantasy world. You don't need to poo.
so yeah. Um. Hmm.
Well,
Out of,
Philip, guess we're leaving.
out of curiosity, how many days of downtime does it take to gain a new feature?
A new feature?
like a feat, yeah.
Well, that's determined on me. For the most part, it's not specified in the book, but the minimum for learning anything is 40 days or 5 work weeks.
Okay.
Yes, and then that is modified by your intelligence modifier.
×1.
Then nothing.
So
A +1.
in 40 days, I may be able to get this.
If it's a feat, it's going to take you longer than 40 days.
Then
Besides, you have call to adventure that you need to seek.
yes, but on my way there, I'm going to try to get this.
Ah, you're cute.
That's adorable. You think we aren't going to be stopping and beating up monsters.
Oh, I know those.
And probably getting assaulted by bandits.
Because also, you don't have the goal to achieve this. Because not only is it 40 days, it's a GP per day. And mind you, you can't train for 8 hours a day straight. It is 40 days worth of training. Do not forget that a day is 24 hours.
It's a lot of hours.
Indeed. So anyway, we have the picking up some stuff. I'm not exactly sure what the reference to the story is, but that is a story. Yes, the Ree is waiting to be summoned. Lucas is taking a bath. Pacific, what are you doing?
Probably just talking with Philip.
Philip, yes.
Mostly about how many, mostly about how our new traveling companions appear to be interesting.
Well, you have two edgy fucks, a man who looks like he has no fucking clue what he's doing, a burb, and then another woman.
Like
Wait,
I
how
said,
am I an edgy fuck? I'm an old man.
interesting.
Oh no, Jacob, the best part about that is I look competent. That's it. I just look it.
What I find funny is the fact
Authy.
that I'm older than your character.
Authy.
Oh wait, yeah, mask.
Yes. You are literally a masked warrior who
True.
has said
Yes.
pretty much nothing and stood off to the side from the rest of the group. You are the definition of the introduction.
You know
of
what?
it.
That was an accident. Shit.
So, yes.
When the fight is a stereotypical rogue.
I'm just gonna be talking with Philip and waiting either to get called in, for when we get ready to go, or I guess I'm going to have to go find everyone if this takes more than a few hours.
Anywho, you guys are given a day to recover. The princess is waiting. Snow, how do you handle your day of figuring out what you're doing? Prayer, scripture, drink, prostitute. What are you doing?
Make sure of those last two things you said. Drinking till I get shit face and then prostitute.
All right. Go ahead and subtract. Probably be
Did I not get a disguise?
2 silver pieces from your mood, and then that should be with 8. It would be probably to get shit face. You subtract another 1 for the alcohol. Actually, wait, no, you have a higher immune system. You'd need.
It would probably be broke.
Yeah, subtract the other 8 silver.
Goes broke before game starts because wanted to drink alcohol.
High immune system. Fuck.
Ah, yes, the Captain America problem. You don't understand. I have to drink the entire bar's worth of alcohol just to get drunk.
Just to get a
Not
little
quite to that
tipsy.
extent, but
Just to get a little tipsy.
And then he's finished. He just says, "It's not working."
Anywho, so yes, the call to adventure where you fuckers literally don't have a chance. And then we can move on to the refusal to adventure. But first, you will all be given a day to recover and calm down, and then the guards will come and find you. They find you rather easily, unless you choose to actively attempt to hide.
Nope, and I'm carrying all of my shit now, not just
I
tools.
I attempt to lock the door this time.
I am literally still wearing exactly what I was wearing the day before, including the bag.
I will answer the door if they
You know,
knock,
I was
but
ready
I
to
lock
leave,
the
yes.
door.
That's cute. They knock on the door.
God damn it! Now I have to answer. I answer it.
Are you ready? It is the same guards who escorted you the first time.
Give me 5 minutes. Shut the door calmly.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
get
fuck, oh
dressed.
fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Get dressed by going, oh fuck. Use prestidigitation to make my hair look, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
somehow. And open the door, and I'm like, there is no way in hell we're right.
That is
I
a you
just
problem. My problem is making sure everyone in this city is safe and getting adventurers like you out of bed to go save the world. Now, you are out of bed. You are no longer my problem. So please come with me so I can drop you off by the front gate where you will be set off on your grand adventure. And please don't die. I don't want to find more of you.
wait. So you're sending me to the front gate. Do we at least get any supplies to go with this, or
But of course not. You're the grand heroes. Part of your struggle is what's going to make you stronger. It's in the prophecies.
I look at this man, giving him the look, like you can take this prophecy and shove it up there sideways. I'm going to be like, I'm gonna make a pit stop to grab some supplies.
Go right ahead.
Look, okay, how many supplies could I get?
What are
I
you
guess
trying to get?
basic food, a couple weeks.
Rations?
Yeah, rations. I'll try to grab rations for everybody, at least for a few days.
Alright, rations, a day of which costs 5 silver pieces per day of rations.
Now, are we doing like 10 copper?
Yes, it's standard money system.
Okay, so it's 5 silver.
So right now you could buy 10 days of rations aside from the 10 days of rations already in your pack. Or wait, no, you have an adventure, you have a entertainer's pack. I don't think yours comes with rations.
Nope, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Then you should probably spend all your money on yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy ration. Let's see. So for 1 day of ration, it costs 5 silver.
Yes. So with your 5 GP that you have, you would be able to get 10 days of rations.
I'll buy
You
10 days
also
of
start with
rations.
10 rations if you have a pack.
Not the entertainer's pack.
Not the
Unfortunately.
entertainers.
Oof.
Or the priest, if memory serves correctly. I don't think the priest one
Correct.
has rations either.
I'm gonna put it as food.
The only two that actually do give you rations are the Dungeoneer's pack and the Explorer's pack.
Which I have the
Alright.
Explorer's pack.
Mhm.
I literally spend the last of my money as I look at the guard, and I'm like,
It gives you a thumbs up.
question:
Starting-
how much trouble will my character get into? How much trouble would
If you
I
flip
mean-
him off,
if I give him the bird?
I
Probably
mean,
not anything. It's semi.
you're a grand hero. What do you think?
you're a great. It's gonna be the shield hero all over again, where it's like, don't worry, it's fine, and then suddenly you're the fucking villain.
Oh,
Like,
you wouldn't
yes,
make a good
very
villain.
fine line to walk on. Grand hero, now you're the bad guy.
No,
I'm gonna
not,
look
not
at
that
him.
anime reference.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like, how much trouble would I get?
I mean, you're just flipping me off, so
I flip him off.
yeah, see, there you go. That is part of the adventurer's journey, but good on you. You're starting from nothing. It'll make you stronger in the end. So praise be upon him. And if you keep flipping me off, I will break your finger.
Don't worry, pain makes you stronger.
Crack.
Exactly.
Don't worry, bones heal up stronger than when you break them. What?
Exactly.
Crunch.
I want. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. Like,
After all, you're not going to get in trouble with the law. However, it's still insulting to flip someone off.
Still not nice.
yeah, I flip him off and leave. Like, I don't even wait for him. I just go to the gate myself.
Well, seeing as he was waiting for you, he kind of just follows with the other guards.
I take the long route.
That's cute. So you see, what actually happens is there are guards escorting you. So you're kind of just grabbed and redirected.
What? I can't go see the sights before.
No, you're not yet to stage 3.
What on earth is stage? What?
The refusal to adventure.
No, you're not allowed
Can
to
I just
refuse.
get a copy
There's
of
2
this
more stages.
prophecy? Can I just get a copy of this prophecy that I didn't sign? You know, can I get
I
a
You
copy?
sign a
refuse to
prophecy. It's not a
refuse
contract.
adventure.
This is
I
weird.
got-
I refuse
feels-
to refuse
A
to
contract
adventure you.
implies that you get a choice in the matter. You're a chosen one.
What part of chosen one do you not understand? You don't get to choose to be chosen one. You are chosen. Seriously,
Yeah,
it's in the
yeah.
name.
So I can't get a copy of this prophecy.
No, it's in the Holy Scriptures. It's in our church.
Can I get a copy of the Holy Scriptures? Or actually, how about you just give me the original copy?
They
Sure,
aren't
that
that
is insulting.
stupid.
So you
They
have
are
now been
stupid.
lifted and are being physically carried to the front gate.
Okay.
Good
yeah,
lord.
I
Meanwhile,
figured
over
this
where
was
I
gonna happen.
literally just I'm sitting on the steps in front of the in front of the apothecary, and they show up and it's like, oh good, time to go. What took you all so long?
Meanwhile, I probably got out of the
Let's
bath.
go.
I'm half naked. My top half still showing as I fucking walk out, and then they find me like, fucking cover yourself up. Oh shit,
God,
sorry.
they honestly don't give a damn as long as it's more so just torso.
As long as it's not my dick.
Pretty much, there are
Flapping
still
in the
children
wind.
about. Even some women are shirtless for various reasons. It's just, as long as it's not actual genitalia, they really just do not particularly
Very
care.
progressive.
Yes, it's a church. They, preach that the body is a holy thing. It's not correct to sexualize every individual piece. Granted, there
Huh.
are still some
Very
districts.
progressive.
Indeed. Like I said, there are still some sacred bits that you don't have just flopping about, but I killed Offie. Unless he was just taking a overly fat dab when I said that.
Oh, have you ever heard of the Oakley Doakleys?
Me what?
It was the dab.
The
Fair
Oakley
enough.
Doakleys. It's a metal band based around Ned Flanders.
Yes, I have heard of them. I just
They're going
didn't
on
hear
tour.
you. Very nice. Anyhow, so we have Lucas walking up, Civic sitting by the steps, Austin quite literally being dragged because they're a shithead. Offie,
To be fair,
no,
it's a
you're
reasonable
shithead.
response.
No,
It is
you're a
not.
shit.
You are
Anywho,
being a shithead.
Offie,
I have my items packed and my warhammer is on my back.
All right. The guards will escort you because literally everyone has a guard escort, whether they care or not. Some
I
people
don't
need it,
care.
others
Sounds
are
standard.
more. Yeah, it's quite literally standard. You guys are heroes.
Yeah, they're probably a bit confused about how chipper I am, though. They're like, "What the fuck is wrong with this one?"
No,
Was
they're actually
literally-
rather pleased.
I was literally just waiting to get confirmation of where I was supposed to meet everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they're pleased with the ones that are excited and ready to get going. The ones that really do not care, who I can probably put both of those into a category. It's quite literally, you guys have set yourself up perfectly. These two are happy to be going. These two don't give much of a shit, and these two are a bit more hesitant. This one's more so just confused.
Hesitant. What the hell are you talking about? I don't want to go.
No, you're fully. No, that one's fully resistant.
No, hesitant's the correct word because if they were resistant, they would actually be able to get away. They don't have the option of being resistant. They are simply extendedly hesitant.
Burbo is confuso.
Burbo is.
I gotta check my alignment here for a moment. God,
Ah, yes, your alignment. It matters so much. You can be chaotic
Chaotic.
evil. You're still the chosen one.
chaotic, good. So I'm not lighting these guards' pants on fire with prestidigitation. Gotcha.
That's also how you get punched in the face.
I told you, the base guards here have Mage Slayer. Are you sure that's a great idea?
I'm chaotic good, so I won't even attempt it.
You sure that's a good idea?
Yes.
Brilliant.
I mean, you could become the new Demon King if you became chaotic. That is a good point, Paige. That may be a good story.
The
I still-
current Demon King is lawful evil. As I said, he's the one who's controlling things. He's not letting everything just rampage about.
Oh God, if like the Demon King was my dad, I just walk up and be like, "Can I join you?"
Sup, fucker?
Dad looks down at you. The fuck is this? Blows you up because you're an insect. Yes, dads. Sometimes they really don't give a damn about their children,
Yeah,
especially when they've never met them.
true.
Thor is an exception because Thor is like, I bet they could punch shit as hard as I can.
Yes, at least then he would punch you and try.
He'd try and bond over beating the fuck out of each other.
Yes. Anywho, so you all collectively, because I'm sure you are like the other edgy one and just don't give a shit. Am I correct?
The monster. I'll kill it.
Exactly. You don't give a damn. Thank you. You have made my job easier. So you are all collected and are now by the front gates. The guards are there. Some people are there. No one else really knows you guys are the chosen ones. It's not a well broadcasted. I see someone riding. You stop that. That's what I thought. Anyway, it is not a very well broadcasted prophecy. So there's some guards. They're standing there. There's some people. They're going about their daily lives. What do you all want to do? The world is your oyster.
You know what? I'm gonna go home.
Well,
It
only one thing to do.
immediately starts walking out the
Back to
gate.
the orphanage. Back to the orphanage I go.
Like immediately out the gates.
Good for you, Austin. It's going to take you a very long time to get there. So until that, I guess the party's going to be because they have no idea where he's going, but he is set out with the determination as I. Clearly, they are looking for adventure.
Wait, what?
A certain kind of adventure.
A certain kind of adventure, yes.
Wait, me?
Meanwhile,
Of
I'm just like,
course.
I'm just gonna head outside and pick a direction. One moment,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, no.
Anyone have a D4?
The worst part is,
Sure.
I think we're on a timer and we don't even know what
All
the
right.
fuck's really
Guess
happening.
I'm going. Guess I'm going west.
We got no fucking information whatsoever.
Steps
Yeah,
out
that's
and
the
he's just like,
problem.
I'm going to just pick a random direction and I'm going that way.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, to give you an example of how far you guys are going to have to travel, the surface area of the Kelvinese Empire is 346,000 square miles.
And the demons, like, in these islands?
Let me...
These? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They're currently come from whatever hell that they were created and are ravaging the far left lands.
Yes, but before we go there, perhaps maybe just take on a few bandits or small monster layers here before we decide to just get on a boat and go straight into the middle of a war.
Good idea. I like him. I'm gonna be like,
Her.
yeah, good idea. I like you.
I like you.
How about we go to the
I like you.
kingdom
Meanwhile, she's just like,
of...
what?
Maybe go halfway across to the...
No. I'm sorry, but I've already started walking to the west.
Well, you see, here's the thing, Austin. Do remember, the world is round. If you go that way, you are still technically getting closer to the war. It might be on the other side of the map, but it is a circle.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like, yes. Let's head west. I'll head southwest, towards the coast.
You know what?
Which one of the dots in this the Kelvinese Empire is the capital?
1,
Just so I make sure I'm heading in the actual right direction.
4, 5. Okay.
Austin, stop being
The
difficult. I'm trying
druid-
to actually get information here.
The druid, the Kenku, and Geralt gets Bard Inspiration.
That's not how Bardic
Geralt.
Inspiration work.
I know I can give them out as a bonus action. I'm just
Yes, they only
randomly.
last for a minute.
10
And
minutes.
you get them 10 minutes, and you get them back on a long rest. Are you sure you want to waste them
Hand
now?
out now, you are the worst bard
True,
ever.
true. I want it, but I know who I'm giving them to.
So, Jacob, I do have to ask before we leave, which one of these dots is the one that we're setting out from? Because I'm pretty sure the dots on this map are the cities.
Yes, but however, the capital is actually over here. The other ones are burgs. You can't. You're not zoomed in enough on the actual map here to see the.
Whatever, it's good enough. So we're up here.
Yeah, you guys are.
All right.
Essentially,
Then we're
let me just
heading
move
south.
Lucy spells and
We'll
whatnot.
just head south by southwest.
Okay, to give you guys a general note, this. Right, can't do that. No snapping. Here we go. This lovely line here, that is the border of the Windscarred Waste. Yeah, that's a giant fucking wall. Very close to the capital. You guys are right in here.
Oh, so we need to head almost directly south.
Yes. If you guys are wanting to go to the coast, or you can run into different empires' territory, head down to this small place. But regardless of which, that is where I'm going to call.
Yeah, let's not go crossing borders until we're actually a little bit stronger and better equipped.
Yeah,
Just in case they're not friendly.
Oh,
I mean, it would probably be best to go
They'll
this direction
probably
for
be
now, so we
friendly,
can then
but
cross
there's always a
along
chance.
this.
Yeah.
Because this would at least keep us within our Kelpinese Empire.
You know, Apex, of all the ways I thought you were going to get the party together, I have to say,
I kind of expected this.
Yeah, I expected this. I kind of expected chose. No, I expected a cliche, but I didn't think this this is like not even low hanging fruit. This is fruit off the ground that you just picked up and said it's still from the tree.
I didn't say shit. You guys joined a game called Copyright Infringement. Were you expecting something that wasn't this? This is quite literally
You know what? That's fair.
cliched as I could possibly make it.
Yeah,
on
true.
purpose.
I'll give that to you, Apex. I'll give that to you.
I'm hoping to give you guys a very easy get to the in parts story, because The only people I think have ran with me as the GM are Moo and Lucas, and they have realized what happens when I'm the GM. So I'm giving you kindness at the moment. Kindness and humor, because that is going to be the last time you actually get it from me.
Yep.
So, I will ask again. I hope you guys have all enjoyed the session and are, excited for what comes from the future.
To be fair, I did enjoy the session. I'm sorry if I went a little too far with like the what the fuck moment.
I honestly don't give a damn. It is very
I was
realistic.
honestly expecting you to just pull out magic like a dumbass.
Well, to be fair, I was half tempted. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, I was so ready to just back up a little bit and watch you get smited by guards and possibly even the king himself. Because honestly, he looks like a scary boy who could probably just smite you on his own without the guards.
I mean, CR22 demigod
Yeah, like
in
I
his
said,
lair, so
scary boy who could smite you even without the guards.
I think next session, now that we've gotten to the call to adventure and whatnot, I will be running with the level 20s and giving you guys a bit of world building history. So if you guys haven't already, please prepare your level 20s.
And this
Whether
is next
it's
Friday.
apparently Lucas is giving me next Friday or all the Fridays. So I guess.
Okay.
Princess, you should have a character sheet for a level 20 character.
I kind of feel bad, but I also am like I feel like I did a little too big of.
Meh.
Also, I was just curious. Like I was trying to think if I can save an API by getting the.
It is supposed to be completely different. You are not going to have any connection between your level 1 and level 20s. Yes, it is indeed from the past, the present, and the future simultaneously.
Yeah. Probably.
But no, the main reason they're not connected is because it is very likely at least one or multiple of the current chosen ones will die. So it's kind of necessary that I don't, ruin everything by writing myself into the fact that, yes, there's level 20 versions, but I killed them. Princess, go ahead, just send them to me over Discord or whatever when you have time.
Level
Meanwhile,
20
I'm just
fighters
sitting
also
here. I'm
great
just like,
build.
please, for the love of God, let this not be a
I mean, that's
situation
what I made.
exactly like the Lich King, where it's just
Same
like,
here,
yes, we
same
kill him, and then some
But
random
I'm a
spectral
ranged
asshole just goes, by
fighter.
the way, someone's gonna have to
See
take
ya.
his place. What do you mean, take his place?
I
See-
mean, technically yes, but also no.
God damn it, it's the Lich King!
No, listen.
Retextured Lich King.
No. It's one of those things of, yes, if you kill him, you can take his place, or you can just, leave. You're not required to sit there. It's just a matter of whether you want to, realize, oh yeah, I did the thing required to take control by beating the previous guy. You can sit there on the throne and be the new Demon King, or you can A, slaughter all the demons on your way up there and be the king of nothing anyway. B, rule over them. Or C, murder them all after beating him. Or D, just leave. It's not one of those things where it's required, it's just quite literally your choice.
I mean, it was kind of that way in World of Warcraft 2, except not really, because it was like the options are either A, someone takes his place and everything goes back to being all hunky dory with you stuck as their internal warden, or B, you walk away and then everyone gets fucked over by the endless hordes of undead that just keep getting back up.
Eh.
And you're like, I take A.
Why are people already trying to come up with evil ideas?
What?
Well,
It's called
Princess.
copyright infringement, and it reminded me of. It just reminds me of that perfectly. Even if it was an accident, because he was trying to rip off something else entirely.
Princess, that is possible, yes. However, that's not going to stop the fact that he is just the king of this area. So, you know, you can go kill a guy. Literally, you guys could attack him right there. I do not give a damn. Just, you will deal with the consequences.
Oh yeah, no, we would have been squish.
You think he's gonna leave a world to control afterwards?
Anywho, you guys can work on your level 20s, etc. As always, if there are any questions, I am more than happy to share with what I've either have written down or will bullshit on the spot. The world may never know. But I'm gonna head off because me and Moo are probably gonna end up watching Grimm for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And that gives us plenty of hours since it's Friday.